What is going on, everybody? Welcome to the video with yours truly. Oh my god, guess who's back? Another video by the one, the only, the greatest. 8 Thoughts, baby. Woo! Yeah. So today, ladies and gentlemen, I got a little bit of a spicy, spicy video. And man, come on now. This is starting to get a little bit stupid. And before I begin this video, because we're on YouTube, this is 2019, I gotta make it really abundantly clear, I, 8 Thoughts, do not have any problem with anybody who wants to identify as a female if they were born a male, or if they were born female and want to identify as a male. If you want to identify as an attack helicopter, that's cool. If you want to identify as an 8 Thoughts super awesome Omega Alpha YouTube subscriber, that's even cooler. And if you haven't done so already, guys, make sure to smash that like button and subscribe for more amazing content. Now, with all that being said, let's just jump right into this, shall we? Come on, man. So these guys who are born guys, rather, who identify as females are playing and running track and field for their high school.
Now to a GMA exclusive, 2 transgender high school runners, well, they're kicking up dust in Connecticut, taking the top spots at the state girls championship, leaving parents wondering if they have an unfair advantage.
Oh geez, I don't know. Do they have an advantage against the women? Let's just think about that. That's a tough question to answer. They were born males. They both still have their male, anatomy,
genitalia,
and they are racing against women and setting records. And wow, geez, is that an unfair advantage? I don't know. These women are getting their asses kicked, to put it bluntly. But the funny thing is, right, while these dudes are setting records, while these dudes are beating all the females, while these women are being demoralized, they wouldn't even make the male track and field team. In fact, their times, which are setting records, wouldn't even make the top 100 times for the males. So they can, identify as females, and that's great, and go and beat up on the women, even though they wouldn't even make the men's team. And then basically everyone's just like, yeah, that's the way it is. I mean, in the state law, it even says that whatever gender you identify as, you can play on that team.
Terry Miller and Andrea Yearwood dominating the competition at the Girls Track and Field Championships in Connecticut earlier this month. Coming in first and second place, respectively.
When was the first time that either of you found any kind of opposition to you participating on the girls' team?
I was expecting it. So every day I'll go home, search up Track and Field High School, Terry Miller.
Because you wanted to know what people were saying?
Yeah.
Some of those comments were harsh. Critics complaining that Andrea and Terry both have an unfair advantage since they were born boys.
Hold up. Harsh criticism? That's not harsh criticism. That's a biological, genetic fact. They were born boys. If men are playing against women in athletic competition, we men have the advantage, no matter if you identify yourself as a female. That's reality, not a harsh comment.
The rule states that students are entitled to participate on a team based on their gender identity, how they identify.
The girls athletes are at the physical disadvantage compared to the transgender female.
Bianca Stanescu started one of those petitions after her daughter Selena lost to Andrea and Terry at a track meet in May.
They have naturally testosterone within their body that has been proven to give a physical advantage in sports.
Like, I get it, right? You identify as a female, but you were born a biological male. And I know you've been taking hormone therapy, but you haven't been taking it for that long because you just started to identify as a female just most recently. So at this point still, you have an unfair advantage. I mean, like, it doesn't really have to come to the point with whether or not they are a woman or whether or not they're a man or what their mental capabilities are or whatever they think they are inside their own body. That's not even the argument here. Like, we're just going to deal with the sporting fact that men have a greater advantage against women across the board almost 99.9% of the time. But facts are facts. You can't race with women in the current state in which your body is. It is an unfair advantage. Obviously, you're setting records. You're beating everybody. And I'm sorry, like, you know what? The parents here, I understand where they're coming from, and they seem like cool people.
Track is number 100 on my list of concerns as a father of a transgender daughter. I'm talking about raising a child for a life. And so is it fair that that child is excluded? Is it fair that that child doesn't feel like they have a place to belong?
It allows her to be who she wants to be, and I think that has a little bit more weight than just winning a medal.
But see, it doesn't just have to do with winning a medal. This is setting precedents across the board. More and more transgender athletes, men who identify as women, are starting to compete against women. And the results aren't really fair for the actual women. I mean, if you really just want to get all about equality, I mean, we could just have sports be sports and anyone could join, and then really, it would really be unfair then, because women would never have another game to play or any team to play on because they never make a team. I'm not trying to be a, chauvinistic jerk here. It's just a fact, man. Like, I might just be like, you know what, with all this kind of stuff going on and everybody, identifying as a female, even though they're born as a male, and going and playing with other women and just dominating and destroying them. I mean, with this happening, I think I could have a resurrection in my basketball career. I think I might start identifying as a female, no troll, and go over and try out with the WNBA, set all kinds of records, win championships, set scoring records, set the league scoring record for most points scored in a game in a quarter and a half in the first 5 minutes in the entire season. Probably the most dunks ever in any kind of NBA, WNBA game. There's been like one dunk in the WNBA. What am I talking about? Since, it started 20 years ago. And I think I'm just going to identify as a female. And if you guys think I'm joking, think 8 thoughts you still suck at basketball, you couldn't even beat women, you bald-headed loser. Like, shall I just show you the kind of skills that 8 thoughts here possesses? Yeah, I think I shall.
I'm 8 thoughts, the cock of gold, super section. Well, if you step to this, I will destroy all your rectals.
All right, just because those were 5-foot Asians doesn't take away from the fact that I was destroying them. Now, equate that and escalate that and extrapolate that to playing against women. I would utterly dominate them. I don't know if you watched the 2019 Celebrity All-Star Game. Probably not, because it's full of scrubs and nobodies and 2 WNBA All-Star female basketball players. But let me just tell you, you can take it from me. Dr. Oz was out there. He's like a 48-year-old short Polak doctor with, questionable basketball skills. He was running circles around some of the best WNBA players. Which also, you know what, can bring me to my little rant here. This is the 8 Thoughts rant of the video. Women in the WNBA asking for equal pay to the NBA players. I don't know if you heard about that, but there were some WNBA All-Stars complaining about how LeBron James got $150 or $200 million and they're getting $10 and a free package of Cracker Jacks. Well, let me just make it really simple here. The reason why LeBron James makes $150 million and you make $5 and a free pack of gum is because LeBron James brings in twice that amount of money to the owners and the NBA itself. When you start bringing in revenue that equals those of NBA players, then you can ask for more money. The only reason why the WNBA hasn't gone bankrupt is because the NBA subsidizes you. No one watches WNBA games. You're boring. You're not fun to watch. I'd rather watch a 50-year-old men's league team play than watch a WNBA play. Those are just the facts. You don't make any money because you don't bring any money in. That's it. Supply and demand. When you can sell $100 million worth of jerseys like LeBron James can, then you can ask for more money. Until then, get back to doing your amazing layups. Okay, but now back to the topic at hand, and it's these 2 transgender athletes beating the hell out of women because they were men born with the genetics and testosterone and musculature and the muscular makeup of a man, and then they think they're women, so they started taking some hormones just recently, and they're now saying they are women and they're going to compete against women, and wow, surprise, they're beating the hell out of them, they're setting records. But if they were competing against men, they wouldn't even make the team. Their times are not even in the top 100 in the state. So what do we do about this? I don't know, man. If it was up to me, obviously I'd say you couldn't race. It's just the way it is. I'm sorry. Like, if you're a transgender, maybe there's a transgender group of organization for athletes. I don't know. Life isn't fair, but it also isn't fair that you're racing against women who are really much competing as much as you want to believe it. And it's fine if you are. That's cool. You can think you're a female and you can believe you're female, and whatever makes you happy and whatever's going to bring you the best part of your life or the best moments of your life, you go ahead and do that. But it's not fair for the women to be actually really racing against a genetic man, regardless if you identify as a female. And that's it. That's really all there is to it, in my opinion. And I know it's a complicated situation, but to me, it's not very complicated. It seems pretty obvious. So, ladies and gentlemen, thank you for watching the video. With all that being said, I think we covered a lot here. I think we got a lot proven. Probably got demonetized because I really can't be talking about this kind of subject on YouTube, but whatever, just add it to the list. I appreciate always, and most importantly, your support. Thank you very much for watching. My name is 8 Thoughts, and last but not least, you all stay black. And all the Gregor, the GJ, the Billy, my bitch, the Ben, Kim, the Jobs, the Google Tars, the people, roll out, the Simon, Fake, Alex, the Bill, like the Ford, for the Frog, gay white man, bring it down.